أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the name of Allah, the Gracious, the Merciful.
سورة أنزلناها وفرضناها وأنزلنا فيها آيات بينات لعلكم تذكرون.
This is a surah which we have revealed, and the ordinances of which we have made obligatory, and we have revealed therein clear commandments that you may take heed.
الزانية والزاني فاجلدوا كل واحد منهما 100 جلدة ولا تأخذكم بهما رأفة في دين الله إن كنتم تؤمنون بالله واليوم الآخر وليشهد عذابهما طائفة من المؤمنين.
The adulteress and the adulterer, flog each one of them with 100 stripes. And let not pity for the twain take hold of you in executing the judgment of Allah, if you believe in Allah and the last day. And let a party of the believers witness their punishment.
الزاني لا ينكح إلا زانية أو مشركة والزانية لا ينكحها إلا زان أو مشرك وحرم ذلك على المؤمنين.
The adulterer cannot have sexual intercourse but with an adulteress or an idolatrous woman, and an adulteress none can have sexual intercourse with her but an adulterer or an idolatrous man. That indeed is forbidden to the believers.
والذين يرمون المحصنات ثم لم يأتوا ب4 شهداء فاجلدوهم 80 جلدة ولا تقبلوا لهم شهادة أبدا وأولئك هم الفاسقون.
And those who calumniate chaste women, but bring not 4 witnesses, flog them with 80 stripes, and do not admit their evidence ever after, for it is they that are the transgressors.
إلا الذين تابوا من بعد ذلك وأصلحوا فإن الله غفور رحيم.
Except those who repent thereafter and make amends, for truly Allah is most forgiving, merciful.
والذين يرمون أزواجهم ولم يكن لهم شهداء إلا أنفسهم فشهادة أحدهم أربع شهادات بالله إنه لمن الصادقين.
And as for those who charge their wives with adultery and have no witnesses except themselves, the evidence of any one of such people shall suffice if he bears witness 4 times in the name of Allah, solemnly affirming that he is of those who speak the truth.
والخامسة أن لعنة الله عليه إن كان من الكاذبين.
And the 5th time that Allah's curse be upon him if he be of the liars.
ويدرأ عنها العذاب أن تشهد 4 شهادات بالله إنه لمن الكاذبين.
But it shall avert the punishment from her if she bears witness 4 times in the name of Allah that he is of the liars.
والخامسة أن غضب الله عليها إن كان من الصادقين.
And the 5th time that the wrath of Allah be upon her if he has spoken the truth.
ولولا فضل الله عليكم ورحمته وأن الله تواب حكيم.
And were it not for Allah's grace and His mercy upon you, and that Allah is compassionate and wise, you would have come to grief.
إن الذين جاءوا بالإفك عصبة منكم لا تحسبوه شرا لكم بل هو خير لكم لكل امرئ منهم ما اكتسب من الإثم والذي تولى كبره منهم له عذاب عظيم.
Verily, those who invented the great lie are a party from among you. Think not that this incident is an evil for you. Nay, it is good for you. Every one of them shall have his share of what he has earned of the sin. And he among them who took the principal part therein shall have a grievous punishment.
لولا إذ سمعتموه ظن المؤمنون والمؤمنات بأنفسهم خيرا وقالوا هذا إفك مبين.
When you heard of it, why did not the believing men and believing women think well of their own people and say, this is a manifest lie?
لولا جاءوا عليه ب4 شهداء فإذ لم يأتوا بالشهداء فأولئك عند الله هم الكاذبون.
Why did not those who gave currency to this charge bring 4 witnesses to prove it? Since they have not brought the required witnesses, They are indeed lies in the sight of Allah.
ولولا فضل الله عليكم ورحمته في الدنيا والآخرة لمسكم فيما أفضتم فيه عذاب عظيم.
Were it not for the grace of Allah and His mercy upon you, in this world and the hereafter, a great punishment would have befallen you on account of the slander you plunged in.
إذ تلقونه بألسنتكم وتقولون بأفواهكم ما ليس لكم به علم تحسبونه هينا وهو عند الله عظيم.
For you began to learn it from each other's tongue, and then you uttered it with your mouths, that of which you had no knowledge. And you thought it to be a light matter, while in the sight of Allah it was a grievous thing.
ولولا إذ سمعتموه قلتم ما يكون لنا أن نتكلم بهذا سبحانك هذا بهتان عظيم.
And wherefore did you not say, when you heard of it, "It is not proper for us to talk about it"? Holy art thou, O God, this is a grievous calumny.
يعظكم الله أن تعودوا لمثله أبدا إن كنتم مؤمنين.
Allah admonishes you that you never repeat the like thereof, if you are believers.
ويبين الله لكم الآيات والله عليم حكيم.
And Allah explains to you the commandments, and Allah is all-knowing, wise.
إن الذين يحبون أن تشيع الفاحشة في الذين آمنوا لهم عذاب أليم في الدنيا والآخرة والله يعلم وأنتم لا تعلمون.
Those who love that indecency should spread among the believers will have a painful punishment in this world and the hereafter. And Allah knows, and you know not.
ولولا فضل الله عليكم ورحمته وأن الله رؤوف رحيم.
And but for the grace of Allah and His mercy upon you, and that Allah is compassionate and merciful, you would have been ruined.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تتبعوا خطوات الشيطان ومن يتبع خطوات الشيطان فإنه يأمر بالفحشاء والمنكر.
O ye who believe, follow not the footsteps of Satan, and whoso follows the footsteps of Satan should know that he, surely, enjoins indecency and manifest evil.
ولولا فضل الله عليكم ورحمته ما زكى منكم من أحد أبدا ولكن الله يزكي من يشاء والله سميع عليم.
And, but for the grace of Allah and His mercy upon you, not one of you would ever be pure. But Allah purifies whom He pleases, and Allah is all-hearing, all-knowing.
ولا يأتل أولو الفضل منكم والسعة أن يؤتوا أولي القربى والمساكين والمهاجرين في سبيل الله وليعفوا وليصفحوا ألا تحبون أن يغفر الله لكم والله غفور رحيم.
And let not persons of wealth and means among you swear that they will not give aught to the kindred and to the needy and to those who have left their homes in the cause of Allah. Let them forgive and forbear. Do you not desire that Allah should forgive you? And Allah is most forgiving, merciful.
إن الذين يرمون المحصنات الغافلات المؤمنات لعنوا في الدنيا والآخرة ولهم عذاب عظيم.
Verily, those who calumniate chaste, unwary, believing women are cursed in this world and the hereafter, and for them is a grievous chastisement.
يوم تشهد عليهم ألسنتهم وأيديهم وأرجلهم بما كانوا يعملون.
On the day when their tongues and their hands and their feet will bear witness against them as to what they used to do.
يومئذ يوفيهم الله دينهم الحق ويعلمون أن الله هو الحق المبين.
On that day will Allah pay them in full their just due, and they will know that Allah alone is the manifest truth.
الخبيثات للخبيثين والخبيثون للخبيثات والطيبات للطيبين والطيبون للطيبات أولئك مبرؤون مما يقولون لهم مغفرة ورزق كريم.
Evil things are a characteristic of bad men, and bad men are inclined towards bad things, and good things are a characteristic of good men, and good men are inclined towards good things. These are innocent of all that the calumniators allege. For them is forgiveness and an honorable provision.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تدخلوا بيوتا غير بيوتكم حتى تستأنسوا وتسلموا على أهلها ذلكم خير لكم لعلكم تذكرون.
O ye who believe, enter not houses other than your own until you have asked leave and saluted the inmates thereof. That is better for you, that you may be heedful.
فإن لم تجدوا فيها أحدا فلا تدخلوها حتى يؤذن لكم وإن قيل لكم ارجعوا فارجعوا هو أزكى لكم والله بما تعملون عليم.
And if you find no one therein, do not enter them until you are given permission. And if it be said to you, go back, then go back. That is purer for you. And Allah knows well what you do.
ليس عليكم جناح أن تدخلوا بيوتا غير مسكونة فيها متاع لكم والله يعلم ما تبدون وما تكتمون.
It is not wrong on your part to enter uninhabited houses wherein are your goods, and Allah knows what you do openly and what you hide.
قل للمؤمنين يغضوا من أبصارهم ويحفظوا فروجهم ذلك أزكى لهم إن الله خبير بما يصنعون.
Say to the believing men that they restrain their looks and guard their private parts. That is purer for them. Surely Allah is well aware of what they do.
وَقُل لِّلْمُؤْمِنَاتِ يَغْضُضْنَ مِنْ أَبْصَارِهِنَّ ويحفظن فروجهن ولا يبدين زينتهن إلا ما ظهر منها وليضربن بخمرهن على جيوبهن.
And say to the believing women that they restrain their looks and guard their private parts, and that they display not their beauty or their embellishment except that which is apparent thereof.
ولا يبدين زينتهن إلا لبعولتهن أو آبائهن أو آباء بعولتهن أو أبناء بعولتهن أو إخوانهن أو بني إخوانهن أو بني أخواتهن.
And that they draw their head coverings over their bosoms, and that they display not their beauty or their embellishment, save to their husbands, or to their fathers, or the fathers of their husbands, or their sons, or the sons of their husbands, or their brothers, or the sons of their brothers.
أو نسائهن أو ما ملكت أيمانهن أو التابعين غير أولي الإربة من الرجال أو الطفل الذين لم يظهروا على عورات النساء ولا يضربن بأرجلهن ليعلم ما يخفين من زينتهن.
Or the sons of their sisters, or women who are their companions, or those that their right hands possess, or such of male attendants as have no desire for women, or young children who have not yet attained knowledge of the hidden parts of women, and that they strike not their feet, so that what they hide of their ornaments may become known.
وَتُوبُوا إِلَى اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا أَيُّهَا الْمُؤْمِنُونَ لَعَلَّكُمْ تُفْلِحُونَ.
And turn ye to Allah altogether, O believers, that you may prosper.
وَأَنكِحُوا الْأَيَامَ مِنكُمْ وَالصَّالِحِينَ مِنْ عِبَادِكُمْ وَإِمَائِكُمْ إِنْ يَكُونُوا فُقَرَاءَ يُغْنِهِمُ اللَّهُ مِنْ فَضْلِهِ وَاللَّهُ وَاسِعٌ عَلِيمٌ.
And arrange marriages for widows from among you, and for your male slaves and female slaves who are fit for marriage, If they be poor, Allah will grant them means out of His bounty. And Allah is bountiful, all-knowing.
وَلْيَسْتَعْفِفِ الَّذِينَ لَا يَجِدُونَ نِكَاحًا حَتَّى يُغْنِيَهُمُ اللَّهُ مِنْ فَضْلِهِ وَالَّذِينَ يَبْتَغُونَ الْكِتَابَ مِمَّا مَلَكَتْ أَيْمَانُكُمْ فكاتبوهم إن علمتم فيهم خيرا وآتوهم مما لله الذي آتاكم.
And let those who find no means of marriage keep themselves chaste, until Allah grants them means out of His bounty. And such as desire a deed of manumission in writing from among those whom your right hands possess, write it for them if you know any good in them, and give them out of the wealth of Allah which He has bestowed upon you.
ولا تكرهوا فتياتكم على البغاء إن أردنا تحسنا لتبتغوا عرض الحياة الدنيا ومن يكرهن فإن الله من بعد إكراههن غفور رحيم.
And force not your maids into unchaste life by keeping them unmarried, if they desire to keep chaste, in order that you may seek the gain of the present life. But if anyone forces them, then after their compulsion, Allah will be forgiving and merciful to them.
وَلَقَدْ أَنزَلْنَا إِلَيْكُمْ آيَاتٍ مُبَيِّنَاتٍ وَمَثَلًا مِنَ الَّذِينَ خَلَوْا مِنْ قَبْلِكُمْ وَمَوْعِظَةً لِلْمُتَّقِينَ.
And we have sent down to you manifest signs, and have related to you the example of those who have passed away before you, and an admonition to the God-fearing.
الله نور السماوات والأرض مثل نوره كمشكاة فيها المصباح في زجاجة.
Allah is the light of the heavens and the earth. His light is as if there were a lustrous niche, wherein is a lamp. The lamp is inside a glass globe.
الزجاجة كأنها كوكب دري يوقد من شجرة مباركة زيتونة لا شرقية ولا غربية يكاد زيتها يضيء ولو لم تمسسه نار.
The globe is, as it were, a glittering star. The lamp is lit from the oil of a blessed tree, an olive, neither of the east nor of the west, whose oil well nigh would shine forth, even though fire touched it not.
نور على نور يهدي الله لنوره من يشاء ويضرب الله الأمثال للناس والله بكل شيء عليم.
Light upon light. Allah guides to His light whomsoever He pleases. And Allah sets forth parables for men. And Allah knows all things full well.
في بيوت أذن الله أن ترفع ويذكر فيها اسمه يسبح له فيها بالغدو والآصال.
This light illumines houses with regard to which Allah has ordained, that they be exalted and that His name be remembered in them. Therein do glorify Him in the mornings and the evenings.
رجال لا تلهيهم تجارة ولا بيع عن ذكر الله وإقام الصلاة وإيتاء الزكاة يخافون يوما تتقلب فيه القلوب والأبصار.
Men whom neither merchandise nor traffic diverts from the remembrance of Allah and the observance of prayer and the giving of the zakat, they fear a day in which hearts and eyes will be in a state of agitation and anguish.
ليجزيهم الله أحسن ما عملوا ويزيدهم من فضله والله يرزق من يشاء بغير حساب.
So Allah will give them the best reward of their deeds, and give them increase out of His bounty. And Allah does provide for whomsoever He pleases, without measure.
والذين كفروا أعمالهم كسراب بقيعة يحسبه الظمآن ماء حتى إذا جاءه لم يجده شيئا ووجد الله عنده فوفاه حسابه والله سريع الحساب.
And as to those who disbelieve, their deeds are like a mirage in a desert. The thirsty one imagines it to be water, until, when he comes up to it, he finds it to be nothing. And he finds Allah near him, who then pays him his account in full. And Allah is swift at reckoning.
أو كظلمات في بحر اللجي يغشاه موج من فوقه سحاب ظلمات بعضها فوق بعض إذا أخرج يده لم يكد يراها ومن لم يجعل الله له نورا فما له من نور.
Or their deeds are like thick layers of darkness spread over a vast and deep sea, on whose surface rise waves, above which are clouds, layers upon layers of darkness. When he holds out his hands, he can hardly see it, and he whom Allah gives no light, for him there is no light at all.
ألم تر أن الله يسبح له من في السماوات والأرض والطير صافات كل قد علم صلاته وتسبيحه والله عليم بما يفعلون.
Seest thou not that it is Allah whose praises all who are in the heavens and the earth celebrate, and so do the birds with their wings outspread. Each one knows his own mode of prayer and praise, and Allah knows well what they do.
وَلِلَّهِ مُلْكُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَإِلَى اللَّهِ الْمَصِيرُ.
And to Allah belongs the kingdom of the heavens and the earth, and to Allah shall be the return.
ألم تر أن الله يزجي سحابا ثم يؤلف بينه ثم يجعله ركاما فترى الودق يخرج من خلاله وينزل من السماء من جبال فيها من برد فيصيب به من يشاء ويصرفه عن من يشاء.
Seest thou not that Allah drives the clouds slowly, then joins them together, then piles them up, so that thou seest rain issue forth from the midst thereof? And He sends down from the sky clouds like mountains, wherein is hail, and He smites therewith whom He pleases, and turns it away from whom He pleases.
يكاد سنا برقه يذهب بالأبصار.
The flash of its lightning may well nigh take away the sight.
يقلب الله الليل والنهار إن في ذلك لعبرة لأولي الأبصار.
Allah alternates the night and the day. Therein surely is a lesson for those who have eyes.
والله خلق كل دابة من ماء فمنهم من يمشي على بطنه ومنهم من يمشي على رجلين ومنهم من يمشي على أربع يخلق الله ما يشاء إن الله على كل شيء قدير.
And Allah has created every animal from water. Of them are some that go upon their bellies, and of them are some that go upon 2 feet, and among them are some that go upon 4. Allah creates what He pleases. Surely, Allah has the power to do all that He pleases.
لقد أنزلنا آيات مبينات والله يهدي من يشاء إلى صراط مستقيم.
We have indeed sent down manifest signs, and Allah guides whom He pleases to the right path.
ويقولون آمنا بالله وبالرسول وأطعنا ثم يتولى فريق منهم من بعد ذلك وما أولئك بالمؤمنين.
And they say, we believe in Allah and in the Messenger, and we obey. Then after that, some of them turn away. Such are not believers at all.
وإذا دعوا إلى الله ورسوله ليحكم بينهم إذا فريق منهم معرضون.
And when they are called to Allah and His Messenger, that He may judge between them, lo, a party of them turn away.
وإن يكن لهم الحق يأتوا إليه مذعنين.
And if they consider the right to be on their side, they come to Him running in submission.
أفي قلوبهم مرض أم ارتابوا أم يخافون أن يحيف الله عليهم ورسوله بل أولئك هم الظالمون.
Is it that there is a disease in their hearts, or do they doubt, or do they fear that Allah and His Messenger will be unjust to them? Nay, it is they themselves who are the wrongdoers.
إنما كان قول المؤمنين إذا دعوا إلى الله ورسوله ليحكم بينهم أن يقولوا سمعنا وأطعنا وأولئك هم المفلحون.
All that the believers say when they are called to Allah and His Messenger, in order that He may judge between them, is that they say, we hear and we obey, and it is they who will prosper.
ومن يطع الله ورسوله ويخشى الله ويتقه فأولئك هم الفائزون.
And whoso obeys Allah and His Messenger, and fears Allah, and takes Him as its shield for protection, it is they who will be successful.
وأقسموا بالله جهد أيمانهم لئن أمرتهم ليخرجن قل لا تقسموا طاعة معروفة إن الله خبير بما تعملون.
And they swear by Allah their strongest oaths, that if thou command them, they will surely go forth. Say, swear not. What is required of you is obedience to what is right. Surely Allah is aware of what you do.
قل أطيعوا الله وأطيعوا الرسول فإن تولوا فإنما عليه ما حمل وعليكم ما حملتم وإن تطيعوه تهتدوا وما على الرسول إلا البلاغ المبين.
Say, obey Allah and obey the Messenger. But if you turn away, He is responsible for what He is charged with, and you are responsible for what you are charged with. And if you obey Him, you will be rightly guided. And the Messenger is only responsible for the plain delivery of the message.
وعد الله الذين آمنوا منكم وعملوا الصالحات ليستخلفنهم في الأرض كما استخلف الذين من قبلهم.
Allah has promised to those among you who believe and do good works that He will, surely, make them successors in the earth, as He made successors from among those who were before them.
وَلَيُمَكِّنَنَّ لَهُمْ دِينَهُمُ الَّذِي ارْتَضَىٰ لَهُمْ وَلَيُبَدِّلَنَّهُم مِّن بَعْدِ خَوْفِهِمْ أَمْنًا يَعْبُدُونَنِي لَا يُشْرِكُونَ بِي شَيْئًا ومن كفر بعد ذلك فأولئك هم الفاسقون.
And that He will, surely, establish for them their religion which He has chosen for them, and that He will, surely, give them in exchange security and peace after their fear. They will worship Me, and they will not associate anything with Me. Then whoso disbelieves after that, they will be the rebellious.
وَأَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَآتُوا الزَّكَاةَ وَأَطِيعُوا الرَّسُولَ لَعَلَّكُمْ تُرْحَمُونَ.
And observe prayer and give the zakat, and obey the Messenger, that you may be shown mercy.
لا تحسبن الذين كفروا معجزين في الأرض ومأواهم النار ولبئس المصير.
Think not that those who disbelieve can frustrate our design in the earth. Their abode is hell, and it is indeed an evil resort.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا ليستأذنكم الذين ملكت أيمانكم والذين لم يبلغوا الحلم منكم 3 مرات.
O ye who believe, let those whom your right hands possess, and those of you who have not reached puberty, ask leave of you at 3 times before coming into your private apartments.
من قبل صلاة الفجر وحين تضعون ثيابكم من الظهيرة ومن بعد صلاة العشاء 3 عورات لكم.
Before the morning prayer, and when you lay aside your clothes at noon in summer, and after the night prayer. These are the 3 times of privacy for you.
ليس عليكم ولا عليهم جناح بعدهن توافون عليكم بعضكم على بعض كذلك يبين الله لكم الآيات والله عليم حكيم.
At other times, there is no blame on you, nor on them, for some of you have to attend upon others, and to move about freely, according to need. Thus does Allah make plain to you the signs, for Allah is all-knowing, wise.
وَإِذَا بَلَغَ الْأَطْفَالُ مِنكُمُ الْحُلُمَ فَلْيَسْتَأْذِنُوا كَمَا اسْتَأْذَنَ الَّذِينَ مِن قَبْلِهِمْ كَذَلِكَ يُبَيِّنُ اللَّهُ لَكُمْ آيَاتِهِ وَاللَّهُ عَلِيمٌ حَكِيمٌ.
And when the children among you reach puberty, they too should ask leave, even as their elders before them asked leave. Thus does Allah make plain to you His commandments, and Allah is all-knowing, wise.
والقواعد من النساء اللاتي لا يرجون نكاحا فليس عليهن جناح أن يضعن ثيابهن غير متبرجات بزينة وأن يستعففن خير لهن والله سميع عليم.
Such elderly women as are past the age of marriage, there is no blame on them if they lay aside their outer clothing without displaying their beauty. But to abstain even from that is better for them. And Allah is all-hearing, all-knowing.
ليس على الأعمى حرج ولا على العارج حرج ولا على المريض حرج ولا على أنفسكم أن تأكلوا من بيوتكم أو بيوت آبائكم أو بيوت أمهاتكم
There is no harm for the blind, and there is no harm for the lame, and there is no harm for the sick, and none for yourselves, that you eat from your own houses, or the houses of your fathers, or the houses of your mothers.
أو بيوت إخوانكم أو بيوت أخواتكم أو بيوت أعمامكم أو بيوت عماتكم أو بيوت أخوالكم أو بيوت خالاتكم أو ما ملكتم مفاتحه أو صديقكم,
Or the houses of your brothers, or the houses of your sisters, or the houses of your father's brothers, or the houses of your father's sisters, or the houses of your mother's brothers, or the houses of your mother's sisters, or the houses of which the keys are in your possession, or from the house of a friend of yours.
ليس عليكم جناح أن تأكلوا جميعا أو أشتاتا فإذا دخلتم بيوتا فسلموا على أنفسكم تحية من عند الله مباركة طيبة.
Nor is there any harm whether you eat together or separately. But when you enter houses, salute your people with the greeting of peace, a greeting from your Lord, full of blessing and purity.
كذلك يبين الله لكم الآيات لعلكم تعقلون.
Thus does Allah expound to you the commandments, that you may understand.
إنما المؤمنون الذين آمنوا بالله ورسوله وإذا كانوا معه على أمر جامع لم يذهبوا حتى يستأذنوا.
Those alone are true believers, who believe in Allah and His Messenger, and who, when they are with Him for the consideration of some matter of common concern, which has brought them together, go not away until they have asked leave of Him.
إن الذين يستأذنونك أولئك الذين يؤمنون بالله ورسوله فإذا استأذنوك لبعض شأنهم فأذن لمن شئت منهم واستغفر لهم الله إن الله غفور رحيم.
Surely, those who ask leave of thee, it is they alone who truly believe in Allah and His Messenger. So, when they ask leave of thee for some urgent affair of theirs, give leave to those of them whom thou pleasest, and ask forgiveness for them of Allah. Surely, Allah is most forgiving, merciful.
لا تجعلوا دعاء الرسول بينكم كدعاء بعضكم بعضا قد يعلم الله الذين يتسللون منكم لواذا.
Treat not the calling of the messenger among you like the calling of one of you to another. Allah indeed knows those of you who steal away covertly.
فليحذر الذين يخالفون عن أمره أن تصيبهم فتنة أو يصيبهم عذاب أليم.
So let those who go against his command beware lest a trial afflict them or a grievous punishment overtake them.
ألا إن لله ما في السماوات والأرض قد يعلم ما أنتم عليه ويوم يرجعون إليه فينبئهم بما عملوا والله بكل شيء عليم.
Hearken, to Allah belongs whatsoever is in the heavens and the earth. He knows in what condition you are. And on the day when they will be returned unto him, he will inform them of what they did. And Allah knows everything full well.